All right, and we're live. To Python Thursday, which is great. I've been looking forward. I've done some Python this week, which is something that I haven't done in a while, and it felt good to get back into it. I dug into the Ante Up challenge, and I got, well, it's not even close to being done, but I got, I'm attacking it TDD style, and I got some tests passing, which makes me feel good. And it's able to identify a pair, which is better than when I started, when I couldn't identify anything. So I'm feeling pretty good about that.
Not bad.
Yeah, you've been working pretty hard at Python this week too, haven't you?
Yes, building out my my web app, the Twitter analyzer, which I read today. The CEO of Twitter, I think his name is Jack Dorsey.
Yeah, the once in future CEO.
Yeah, he announced today at a conference that he's offering a service to big companies, that he's analyzing the tweets that are related to the company to give them proper feedback as to what's going on with Twitter, which is exactly what my app is going to do. It's like someone's stealing my ideas.
Well, it sounds like there's a demand for that sort of thing.
Yeah. So I've been working on that. It wasn't. It was a little rough. I did most of it on Tuesday, but today I got the authentication working and the stream working. So you could type in on the website. You can type in what you want to track and how long you want to track it for, and then the stream starts up. The only thing is, it looks like the page stopped responding because the stream is going on in the background. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do with that.
Okay, you can stuck like a little spinny circle on the screen or something.
Yeah, or like see if I could get like a JavaScript message to pop up saying that the stream is going or something. Yeah.
Sounds good.
So that way people don't think the site just stopped working and then cancel it out, because then you're going to ruin everything.
Right on. Sounds good. Oh, we got other people joining. D. Philip, how's it going?
Hello. Doing well.
Not too much. Doing the Python thing.
Yeah. Woo.
How you been?
Pretty good, I think. Oh, my internet is terrible. Good. Busy. I feel like I have a place to live now. Life is like kind of come back to normal. I'm no longer super stressed at work, so that's also fantastic. Confession time: I haven't written any Python in months at this point. So I'll just nod when I have no idea what's going on very soon. But yeah, I've been writing lots of Ruby. It's been good. It's so different to develop or like work as a developer full time. So different than I imagined in a good way. But it's great. Yeah.
Awesome. That's good to hear.
For sure. How have you all been? I feel like I might have interrupted somebody's stand-up time. So feel free to carry on.
Oh yeah, no worries. I've been busy. I think we've all been busy. People kind of stepped away from Python here and there, but I think we're coming back around. Jonathan's working on something. We got our Code Newbie challenge. D, how about you? What have you been up to?
Well, this week I went to we had a Django meetup. Well, there's a meetup for Django, so I went to that yesterday and learned about some of the stuff. Had some questions, learned some good stuff. And also, the guy who runs the meetup, he told me that he had heard about Code Newbie because he said Jay had reached out to him to do a Saturday presentation about some Django. And I was like, oh yeah, I talk to that guy sometimes, yeah. And he was like, yeah, he wanted me to do it in November, so yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. So it was awesome, yeah. So I was like, small world, very small world.
That's cool.
That's great. So I haven't been to a Django meetup. I've been to a couple Python ones. What kind of group do you get at a Django meetup, and what kind of exercises do you do?
Well, this one was the last. Well, I take that back. This one, they call it project night. So it's just different people with Django projects just come in and work around stuff, and if somebody's there who needs some help, they'll help you and everything like that. It wasn't. Next week they're having a meetup where they're talking about site security. So he told me I should probably check that one out if I wanted to learn about that. But last night was just more like an informal get together. If you got a project, work on it. If not, just sit back and talk to some people and learn some stuff.
That sounds great.
Yeah, it was real good.
Nice. Yeah, I've got a Python meetup coming up a couple days. I think I'm gonna try to tell everyone about Code Newbie a little bit there. See if we can get some more cross group pollination going on there.
Nice.
That's great. All right, so I mentioned that I've been working on the Ante Up challenge. I think, Jonathan, you'd said that you'd been working hard on your Twitter client. Has anyone had a chance to work on the poker challenge?
I did a little bit.
Oh.
I got the hand working. Now I just need to work on the scoring.
That's great.
Yeah. I messed up because at first I put in the cards, but I forgot to put the sweet cards in. So I was like, why is this showing ace of king of ace? And I was like, got the king of spades, jack of hearts. So I was like, So I had to start all over on that. So now I'm just working on the scoring.
Cool. Yeah, I found when I started it that there's a whole lot of places you can begin, and it was a little difficult trying to find a good starting point, and because there's so many different concerns. You've got your cards, you've got your hand, you've got your suits, you've got your values, and then you've got all the different ways that you can combine those. Yeah, good work. I'm glad you're working on it. I'd love to see some more of it when you got the scoring going.
Yeah, hopefully I can get that going this weekend.
Awesome. So, let's see. I don't really have anything to show about the Ante Up challenge, but does anyone have any questions about it or want to do anything with that particular challenge? And if not, then maybe we can go ahead and do a little live coding.
Is there like a second for like a 10-second summary? Maybe?
Yeah, sure. Here, I can throw you the link too. Just give me a second.
Yeah.
And in fact, they're working on it over in the Ruby group, Philip, too. Okay. So if you wanted to challenge it or tackle it in Ruby, that's a possibility.
Gotcha. Have we? It sounds like is there one challenge to unite all the knights now? Sort of.
All right. What was that?
One challenge to unite all the language knights. Sounds like. Oh, I'll just type it. Oh, forget it.
No, I think I got it. I needed my other headphone in. Must be going deaf in one ear. So yeah, the Iron Coder kind of morphed, and it's now back into the daily groups or the weekly groups, but it's going to be like we're calling it a Code Newbie challenge, and it's the same kind of format where it's an individual challenge for all the you still kind of get that cross-language thing going, and I think it's working out pretty well so far. What was I with that link? Almost got it. Here it is.
Awesome. So does that mean is there still a Friday night meeting, or is that not a thing anymore?
No, we did not keep going with the Friday night meeting. We did it like 3 or 4 of those, but it got to be a bit too much.
Gotcha.
Hey, Derek, how's it going?
Not bad. How about you?
Doing good. We just went through our stand-up and talking a little bit about Ante Up, and Philip dropped in on us, and yeah, how you been? What have you been working on?
I have been working on the Ante Up project. Decided that I wanted to use it as an excuse to learn Pylint and Flake8, do some static code analysis, give me a better idea of where I'm doing things that are bad and error prone.
Mhm.
So it's interesting. It's a learning curve.
I noticed that Pylint gave a lot of formatting errors and mostly lack of comment errors when I ran it. I mean, there was obviously a variety of other stuff too, but there was a whole lot of "you didn't comment this" errors.
I knew I was expecting that when I went to do it, so I sort of I ran it early, and so that I knew where it was expecting comments, and I could start putting those in there.
Okay.
And the docstring comments are really a good idea anyways, because you can use it to automatically generate documentation for your code. I believe Sphinx does that. It will take your project and generate the code, the documentation for it off of the docstrings.
That's pretty handy. I need to look that up. Let me make a note real quick.
I'll take a look and see if I can. I think it's Sphinx, but I'll double check on that and see if I can figure out what it is that does that.
Okay, cool. So then, how far along have you gotten with the challenge?
Not very far. I think I have the card class built. It's sort of a class, sort of not a class. I used a named tuple. I didn't feel like there was enough other stuff going on to warrant a full-fledged class, but named tuple lets me take the string and split it up into the value part and the suit part. And from there, I'm going to try and building the hand shouldn't be that difficult. And then designing the way to determine what the function is, or what the hand is, that could be a little interesting.
That's definitely the intricate part.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point with the name tuple, because I have a hand class and I have a card class, and my card class is essentially a named tuple just in class form. There's no behavior in there. It's just taking a string and splitting it apart when I want to call either the suit or the value of the class or the object.
And that's what happened with me, was that I built it as a class, and then I ran Pylint on it, and it said, you don't have enough public functions. And I thought about it for a minute and realized that I wasn't going to have any more.
Mm-hmm.
I used my Dunder init to populate a value and a suit, and then there wasn't going to be any public functions, and so it was like, okay, I need to rewrite this. This isn't the right way to do it.
Interesting. Cool, I might have to look into that. All right. Anyone else, or did you have anything else you were working on this week?
No, that's pretty much it.
Cool. All right. So now we've gotten to the part of the show where if we want to do some live coding, I'm up for it. I've been enjoying that.
Sounds
Live
good.
coding is always fun.
Sounds good to me too. Does anyone have a suggestion for a site to find something? You can go ahead and open up the share and go from there. Let's see, we've done Interview Cake, we've done Project Euler, we've done...
Hey, you got it right the first time.
Got it right the first time. We did... oh, that one that... let's look there on Reddit Daily Programmer.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good one. Let's see what we got here. let's stay away from balancing chemical equations.
I was going to vote for that one.
Oh. Actually, we'll just let Philip take that one. You were like OChem or something to do with chemistry?
Yeah, a chemist in a past life? Question mark? Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah, that looks. I wasn't so good at that back when I was in that class, so I'll stay away from that.
Yeah, I think I'm probably talking big game. I'm like, it's actually probably been what, like 15 years since I balanced an equation. Just kidding. Oh dear.
Ooh, this looks. Well, let's see what it is. Have a look at this ASCII art diagram of various boxes. Each box is formed with pipe characters for the vertical parts and dashes for horizontal parts and pluses for the corners. The diagram also shows boxes inside other boxes. We'll call the number of boxes that a box is contained within that box's layer. Okay, here's a diagram with a layer of each box annotated. So is this one, and that one is in that one, so it's layer 2. Okay, that makes sense. If you kind of think of them as stacked on top of each other. Your program will take in a box diagram similar to the one at the top of this output as input. As output, your program should output a box diagram with boxes on the layer 0 should be filled with the character pound. Boxes on layer 1 should be filled with the character equals. 2 should be character minus. 3 period, and 4 should not be filled. Here's what this should look like. Wow. Let me think about that for a second. Anyone have any ideas how you would possibly identify the layer of, or how do you even identify a box, I guess, first of all? Would you search for pluses, maybe? I guess you're always going to come across the upper left. If you're scanning left to right, top to bottom, you're always going to come across the upper left corner of the box first. And you'll be able to tell it's the upper left because it'll have a pipe below it and a minus next to it.
Huh. I guess, yeah, because my first question was how to distinguish between, like, oh, this is a border of a box and, like, the start of another box. But I guess it's just a regex, like, oh, plus with some dashes, that's like a boundary. And then you find another plus that in between, then you're like, oh, this is sort of another box.
Right.
But,
I don't think we want to mess with regex for this. I don't think we want to mess with regex in general.
That seems safe.
There's only so many hours in the day.
Oh, man.
So you could potentially identify the coordinates of each corner, each upper left corner, and then probably fill out the box from there, right? But then
Yikes.
well, you would know one box is inside another box if the upper left or upper left corner no, I don't know. That's difficult. Do we want to tackle this one or keep moving?
I want to keep moving.
All right, let's keep moving. All right, let's go on to the easy challenge, see what that is. Broken keyboard. Help with my keyboard, or my keyboard is broken. Only a few keys work anymore. If I tell you what keys work, can you tell me what words I can write? You should use the trusty enable1.txt file, which is a dictionary of sorts, or use user's shared ticked words. You'll be given a line with a single integer on it telling you how many lines to read. Then you'll be given that many lines. Each line is a list of letters representing the keys that work on the keyboard. For example, okay, so there's 3 lines, and okay, so these are the rows on the keyboard, essentially. I think, or maybe not, because H, J, L.
No, they're just strings.
They're just strings. You're right. Okay, so we get some number of strings. Your program should emit the longest valid English language word you can make for each keyboard configuration. Ah. Okay. Colo. Wow. Okay. And there's the input right here, and there's the expected output. Let's not look at that necessarily yet. This looks interesting.
Yeah, this should be doable.
Okay. Let's go ahead and this up. Thursday. And what is this thing called? Broken keyboard. Okay. Thursday. Okay. Okay. So here's our input. Oh no, this is our input. Well, we got 2 different inputs. We can try this and the other one. So should I just do this as a list? I want to do it as a string. I don't think it matters too much because we can just break them apart. Okay, so plus input 1, input 2. Probably a much easier way to do this. I just don't know what it is. Back. Find word. Nothing. All right. how do we want to start this? Any ideas? Ruby, do you have any, or Philip, do you have any Ruby for us, maybe? How we start in Ruby?
Yikes. Huh.
So this first element in the list, it doesn't seem all that important.
It doesn't look like you need it.
Yeah, it just looks like it's telling you how many things are in the list, like how many those word combination things, the letters.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
Maybe as a start, we'll just chop that off, right?
Yeah.
That was one. Ah. I think that's right. We can test it out.
That looks right. There you go.
So we got rid of that. Now we'll want to read that file, right? Do we want to read that into a string, or do we want to read that in inside of a function somehow? Like, do we want to read the entire file into a string, or do we want to go through it incrementally?
How big is that file? Are we going to want to try to read it all in?
Let's see.
It's pretty big, maybe, I think.
That's sort of what I'm expecting.
But it also looked like it was in alphabetical order, which maybe we can use to our advantage.
Didn't I save this to this directory? I guess not. Where did I save that to? Oh, failed. Forbidden.
Oh. What?
Forbidden.
Forbidden.
Wow.
Alright. How about, let's see if this exists.
A high security text file.
Wow, that's a...
Oh.
Ooh, Unicode.
Is that what... Yeah, it is, isn't it? Because it's got the... Alright.
Copy and paste? Really? That seems weird.
That didn't give us the length. How big is this file?
Oh.
Oh, it's a link. What about this file? That one's huge.
Oh dear.
It appears to be the same file.
Yeah, take a look at the link.
You're absolutely correct there.
Oh, wow. Then we have
Right.
English. Okay.
Okay, so it's about a meg. Because that's bytes, right? So that's 938K.
Hmm.
Not overly enormous. I don't think it'll crash my computer, but it might not be the best thing to read entirely into memory.
Right. Yeah, I mean, huh. Is it? Yeah, I guess that is an alphabetical order. I guess if you ignore the accented E's.
Yep.
So theoretically, you could say like, okay, we're really only interested in the chunk of the word list. For example, A, B, C, D. That would be like from A to D.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
If that's not a, yeah, I think that assumption holds up.
Well, for that first one though, what happens if you have
Oh,
words?
you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, because then QWER would be from E to W.
Yeah, that doesn't work at all.
Let's just try this. Let's just read the whole thing in.
Oh dear. Crossing my
Make
fingers.
sure you only do it once.
So we'll say, we'll call it Webster. Wait, no, we want open. Capitalized, is it? Webster equals read.
No, you're not doing it the Pythonic way.
Is there a width in there somewhere?
Oh no.
Yeah. With
Oh, with
have-
open. Is it with open? That mess in parentheses as F?
I don't remember.
File IO is not something. Oh dear. With open. Oh,
Yeah, and then
colon and then indented. And
And then we
then
don't need this anymore, right?
right. I think you need a colon after the first line.
yeah.
That sounds about right.
Oops. Okay, that looks familiar-ish.
Okay, cool. And that'll go ahead and close it out when it's done.
Yeah.
Is Webster still going to be around?
I think so. Well, we'll find out.
So,
With Python 3, do you have to pass it like the? No, you don't. Like the write, the read, or the append. Is that a thing?
you do, but I don't know. Yeah, we'll try it. So, like,
And
it's
then yeah,
B or something.
that sounds.
Oh, because it's bytes.
I think so.
Okay. Ooh.
We'll not print the entire Webster. We'll just go to like 100. And we'll see what happens.
Oh,
Hmm.
that's fun. It's all capitalized? AOL is not a word.
Let's try it without that and see if that's better.
Uh-huh.
Not reading as binary. It's now reading as
Strings.
strings. Those are words.
Wow. AWOL?
I guess I haven't been in the dictionary business. A few more of these.
Huh.
So then question, do capital letters count?
Oh.
Are we case sensitive or not? Let's say I don't see any capitalized letter or capitalized words here. Let's just, at least to begin, let's just stick to lowercase.
Okay.
Yeah, because on the text file it's all lowercase.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, I mean that link.
Right.
If you click the link, it's all lowercase.
Okay, so we want to be able to find So we've got a big file. And we want to be able to find words that contain only the letters that we're looking for. And we also want to be able to find the longest one of those. Is that something that we would do all at once? Are we going to do like a single loop through the file and just, if we find a word and it's the longest one, then we just store it somewhere? Or is there something we can use to maybe speed up that process? And I guess also, do we like having, do we want to turn this giant file into a list to traverse, or is there a better way of doing it?
My gut reaction, or my first, gut reaction was to like, well, can we limit that list of, or like that dictionary to begin with?
Perhaps.
I don't know if that's a useful operation.
So like a one-time operation to go through and remove everything that's invalid?
Mm-hmm. So that we're just like, okay, we have at least a smaller starting base for whatever we want to do next. But since that list is massive, maybe that would take forever. I don't know.
Okay. So to filter down this file to only lowercase letters, is there a filter? Python string filter?
That'd be the dot lower.
Dot lower? That might be it. How do you filter a string to only contain letters? That doesn't look like a very efficient way to filter this list. Oh, regex.
There it is. Oh,
yes.
dear.
We want the regex.
Oh,
Yeah,
so we anchor it.
Pretty much.
We anchor it with the beginning of a line, and then A through Z plus, right?
And then it finds the entire list.
Or you know what? We build our regex from the characters. Oh my God, this is a regex.
Oh, it is. Oh, dirty. Oh.
You just regex those characters in there, anchor at the beginning of the line, and you'll come up with your list from your dictionary. Right?
And then it's just a matter of like sorting the ones that is disgusting. All right.
So if we took, like, for instance, let's say, let me just grab this here. We took that. What did I do? I hit the wrong button.
Inspect all the things.
So I'm really quick and dirty here to see if this is going to work. Okay.
I think.
We don't want sub. You're right.
No. I was gonna say the caret inside the square braces. I think that makes it like not these letters.
Yeah.
Okay. So we want to anchor it to the beginning of the string instead, like that, right? There you go.
Yep.
And we don't want sub. We want find.
Or mat. Oh dear.
Does it match?
I'm just saying words that sound good.
Try match. Why not?
All right.
And we'll do something crazy like print all the vowels.
Ooh.
We'll just print the first one. How's that?
That sounds good.
And we'll print how many of them there are. I'll assume that it responds to Lynn. Although I'm not entirely sure it does. That looks like it could hypothetically work.
Yeah, I feel good about it.
Let's try it. It didn't work. None type is not.
Broken.
Okay, so this is a none type.
Oh dear.
Oh, that's not good.
It's not subscriptable.
Oh, none types.
So that's not how we
What?
match a regex.
Oh dear, does that return some kind of like? Oh no, that maybe a Ruby thing.
Oh, none type. Forget the challenge.
Oh dear.
Oh, didn't we say we weren't going to do regex?
I think so. Someone, yeah.
Wait a minute. I've got the documentation up.
Oh, right. What is
Okay,
it?
so we want to do
Is it search?
re.compile.
Oh.
Okay.
So is that to you compile your regex string and then use it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So but without this, right? We don't need
Without
that.
the Webster.
So that's our doing something behind the scenes to make it more efficient.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's your pattern. So maybe pattern equals instead of valids equal.
Sounds good.
And then valids equal pattern.search. Pattern.match.
Okay.
And then
That looks good.
try putting in Webster, but I don't know if that's going to work.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. Still not subscriptable.
Why don't we do it as a loop?
Why is the 0 in the square brackets?
I was treating it like a list, but it might be.
Might just return like the one string or something.
Yeah, it might be some kind of object like that. You mean?
Oh, sure.
Who knows?
Let's give it a shot. What we got?
Oh, it's none type. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, it's not working right. It didn't find anything.
Let's see. Searching for match on the regex page yields 380 results. Okay, here we go. A pattern results. But then what? Result equals. What is this? What is result?
Match object.
Oh, it is.
So it works like Ruby then.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Wait, this is oddly familiar. Gross. Yeah. Okay.
So the match object, does it have a count associated with it? Here we go. Match objects.
I don't think Python does what you want it to do, where it will automatically iterate over the entire Webster list.
Okay.
You think it'll just stop at the first match?
No, I think it's going to error out because it's a list.
Oh.
Maybe not. I don't know whether lists can automatically, if they've got the dunder string method.
It's not a list though. It's like a string.
A multi-line string.
Yeah, it's a multi-line string. So maybe when we compile this, we need to turn on multi-line matching. Like M. Oh no, here. There we go. That thing.
Well, that's definitely not going to work now because you're trying to match. You're trying to match the entire string with just those characters, and it's got new lines in it.
Right.
You broke it even more.
And I.
Oh no.
Whose idea was it to do regex?
Oh no. And y'all laughed at the chemical equations thing. I just want to. Oh dear. Oh, dear.
All right, let's do this. Let's take Webster and split it into a list on new lines.
So we'll want to read it in as binary. And
Why are you reading it in as binary?
lines? I don't know.
It's like, stop yelling at me.
It's getting so heated. This is what regex does to people. Oh dear.
It does.
I love that Oxford is like the slightly more like civilized version of the giant list of words.
That's right.
That's wonderful.
T split. I'm doing this wrong, aren't I? That's the join syntax, not the split syntax.
Oh, what's
Yeah, it looks like there's a split lines function.
oh, nice.
Or is there an underscore?
No. Shouldn't be an underscore.
Yeah, cool.
You're saying that we should loop
Forget
through that
about
list?
the regex for a moment. Let's make sure Oxford is what we think it is. So maybe and how about let's print the type of Oxford as well.
Nice.
Yeah. Now let's try running that and see.
Oh, comment out.
That works. Okay, and it's a list.
Nice.
List.
See down right below,
right
above the traceback.
There. Nice. Okay.
All right. So now, all right. So we compiled it. I'd get rid of that M in the re.compile. And now for word in Oxford, yep.
That's not going to be valid. It's going to be like if word and then word greater than.
I'm not even worried about the length at the moment.
Right,
Let's
so,
just check it. Let's check and make sure we can do something. So if that print word.
Did we get all the words? Yes, we got all the words, including wriggles, wrigglers, wriggliest, wriggling, wriggly.
Wriggliest. I am going to try my best to use it tomorrow in conversation. Just because. Oh,
because if something can be wriggly, something else can be the wriggliest.
Yes.
Oh, we're missing the anchor for the end of the word.
Oh,
So we
the
want
dollar
to put a
sign.
dollar sign in there.
I don't remember what it is.
Yeah, I think it's dollar sign.
Dollar sign's in the line. I just don't know if it goes like that.
Sure, let's go with that.
Just random side question. Remind me what the plus does in regex?
One or more.
One or more. Okay, thank you.
Oh, that's a much shorter list.
Hey, there
That's
we
looking a
go.
lot better.
And one of the words we want is in there.
That's even better. All right, we can get rid of this. Now, let's see. Out of there, so it's not so wonky. Okay. Make sure to break everything. S.
Nice.
That is a giant step forward.
For sure.
Right, so now let's this into a function. Find longest. Oh, that's too boring. Wrigliest word.
Yes.
Of course, we're using Wrigliest.
Wrigliest.
Python's Wriggle.
That's right.
Oh, you wanna? Never mind. Boom.
And, okay. And I don't even know if this is allowed. Can you?
String interpolate? Yeah. At least I think so. That's totally uninformed.
Take it.
Boom. Although you may need to, we'll call it some other thing. That's the argument you pass in, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
Too many patterns.
Alright, fair enough.
Letter yes. Yeah. Perfect. I like it.
Sounds good. Just so I can read it later.
Nice.
Okay. Alright, so we got our pattern. Word, we're going to match those. We're also going to want to have Wrigliest word.
Before you do that, do we want to double check and make sure that that string interpolation is working in the pattern?
I think you're talking sense now. So let's do Wrigliest word. And we're going to need to stick that after it because Python is not friendly to that sort of thing.
Mm. Ta-da!
That
Awesome.
works.
Nice.
I like it. Alright, so Wrigliest word. That if that's word. What happens if we find a word that is the same length?
Oh.
Unspecified by the problem.
Alright, we'll just ignore it.
The first longest word sounds great.
And oh, because I'm never setting with this word.
That's still going to do the same thing. Oh no, it's not. But you're probably going to want to move that print outside of the 4.
There we go. Wrigliest word.
What's a good word for words? For fiction? for. That's
All right. Got it.
It says you can't have super descriptive words that don't mean anything.
They've totally taken like the problem of naming and like, meh, whatever, squashed it completely.
That's right. Alright, so does that match our...
How do we do?
We're using a different dictionary, so it might come up with different words. Apparently, if you are you can also be What does that mean? Oh my goodness. Define.
Oh, it comes up.
What? No.
It's
a
large...
pitcher with a wide spout.
But then what's
What?
a
A one who carries a large jug? No.
Oh my god, it might be.
Or
A worker who brought heated
Shut up.
water for nobles. They are a ewer.
Oh man.
You may or may not be pronouncing that wrong.
Yeah, I don't guarantee that I pronounced that correctly.
Hey, if it's more than a century old, I feel like you can pronounce it however you want to.
Yeah.
Mercy.
I think that I might have to name a pet that someday.
I was thinking about some kind of business card, but fair enough.
I wonder if ewer.com is taken.
Ooh.
Bet it's not.
Oh, we got to put something there.
Oh man. Like a sweet gif of someone like, I don't know, squatting with a giant jug. I don't know. Or like two, just like doing some reps. Done. Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
Let's see what we come up with for the.
Power squatting with jugs.
I think you're going to get the wrong sort of people if you name it that.
That's fair. That is fair. Really? Those are all like no words. What's up with that?
What did they come up with?
DD'd, I think.
We got except for what, Bubby?
Bubby.
Oh, they have an extra E.
Yeah.
DD'd.
D. I don't know. What's a
I don't know.
Pililulu? Pililulu.
Why did they use that and not lollipop?
That is a
Right?
good question. What is wrong with lollipop? Oh, I bet they took the second one. Let's see if we come up with lollipop, if Pililulu, if we allow it to. Where is it? Nope, still lollipop. Too bad.
You could make it a list and append it.
I could totally add Pililulu. Oh,
I'm
there was
guessing,
also.
I'm guessing it's not in there.
Yeah, I would agree.
Oh wait, this is the American dictionary, right?
That's what I was looking at. I was going to see if we can. I think I have an English dictionary in here too.
Because that first definition was from like the castles of England or something ridiculous.
Yes, British English. Let's use that one.
That'll do it. Okay.
No wonder why we didn't know that word.
Because it's basically a foreign language. Okay. Okay.
So Python. Hello. British English. Oh, I'm disappointed.
Oh,
It's the same words.
dang it. Well, I bet you were. I can't say that with a straight face. That other word, I bet it might come up.
It just kind of, it doesn't roll off the tongue. It just kind of like drips off of your tongue. Like
I think so. It falls out of your mouth a little bit. It's not.
Here we go. I just took a picture of it. What are you doing? Let's do. Typing cat. Bear with me.
Bummer. What?
Ear.
No. Colo. Kind of want to Google that.
It's hard for me to believe that ABCD only yields a 3-letter word.
What? That's not even the right GIF.
And what?
Huh?
In the Slack.
I was like, huh? What?
I don't even understand what that is.
Try this though. Try to do Giphy with Eurer.
You're.
Seriously, try it.
Okay.
I got an error message.
Or it just breaks Giphy.
It's like, I can't even pronounce that. You want me to find that? Oh, I typed
Oh,
it
you.
wrong. It's like, no.
Oh, dear. Wow.
Not match your.
All the weird things we get, and it can't match that.
Right. There's got to be a picture somewhere on the vast internets. Oh, dear. Wait,
I
is
have
that,
no
the same,
idea.
is that the same person? Is that her name?
Maybe it is. Maybe someone out there is named Ur.
Huh.
No idea.
What does your name mean? An old pot.
Wide mouthed jug.
Right.
That Urers would carry around.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
All right, so while I'm here, let me go ahead and. Last week I think I had to share these versus with gists. Let me go ahead and make this into a Git repo and put it out there for folks to look at if they want to. Oh, it's already in a Git repository. Well, that's interesting.
Yes.
I have this feeling there's an XKCD about this.
That would be wonderful.
Oh my. Let's go to.
There is one? No way.
Oh wait, what?
No. Look at the chat and
Oh, there is one.
Oh, that's perfect. Totally true.
That's exactly what just happened.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna call this back on. Just tell me briefly that it already exists.
Maybe.
Remote. Add origin.
Boom.
That.
Cool.
There's a link if anyone wants it. Well, that was fun. I enjoyed that.
Absolutely. And I learned some things.
That's right. You learned what a ewer is.
Mm-hmm.
And you learned your latest vocabulary word, wriggliest.
Wriggliest. Oh man, that's great. Oh my. Very cool.
Right. Well, did we want to tackle something else, or are you guys good for the evening?
I'm good.
Good?
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. I think we can wrap it up there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks everyone for joining for another Python Thursday. I had a lot of fun, and enjoyed the live coding and all of the great words that we can find.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
For sure.
Oh, wait. Tammy
Hello?
just joined. Hey, Tammy, how's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. We were just wrapping up, but before we go, did you want to tell us what you've been up to, what's been going on?
Nothing too much. Basically just, like you said, I'm not going to do the anti-challenge. Probably just wait for that one. I just wanted to see, what y'all are doing.
Okay, cool. We, here, I think you can see the link we just put out there, but we did this challenge, we did some live coding with the Daily Programmer. Here, hold on. Let me just take this.